you are. Did you get your... Oh, you did? Oh, glad to have been of service. We deliver. Can't say that we don't.
You were about to open your correspondence when you noticed the letters FMFYEO written below the stamp. This is an official Blue Toad Agency letter and must be opened in a more private setting. It's time to leave. Sitting in the sun-kissed park, you feel a chill of excitement as you contemplate the letter before you. From Mother, for your eyes only. Opening it, you wonder what Mother, the head of Blue Toad's intelligence section, has sent that's so important. The parcel you received contains a scrap of newspaper with a puzzle to solve. Can you successfully complete the problem? What will the ducks reveal? Aha! Correct! Gosh, you got through that one, lickety-split. No mistakes made too, you great big swat. Olympian intelligence deserves an Olympian reward. Well, that was fun. But quite why Mother thought it would help your investigation is something you'll need to work out later. In the meantime, you must continue with your investigation. The time is coming when you will be asked who you think it was that robbed the manor. With all 4 suspects now known, and only a couple of places left to visit, it would please me to know that you have been paying attention. Let's see if you can answer these questions. That clean sweep of questions puts you most resoundingly in my good book. Let's continue with the investigation. I believe you have still to visit the manor and Mrs. Gossip. Since you cannot see the stolen items, you must rely on the descriptions of others to aid your investigation. The lady of the manor seems quite willing to talk about her missing property. However, something else is bothering her, and it seems only polite to deal with that first.
It's the bees, you understand. Terribly good for the garden, I know, and with such an important job to do. Do try the French fancies, please. Cook does love to make them, though I find them a touch sweet. Now, where was I? Yes, the bees. I should so like to avoid them. Live and let live and all that.
You offer to plot the bee presence in her garden, preferably without being stung. The manor's flowers attract bees, and the lady wants to work out where they all are. Can you use the rules to conclude where the bees must be?
Now,
Let's see. On the button. Great Scott, that was fast, and without a single error being made. My, aren't you terribly talented? Well done.
Ah, capital. Now then, you wanted to know about the purloined objects. There was an 18th century writing bureau. Empty, of course. Haven't used that for years. My old puzzle box, too. I used to play with that with Nanny. Nothing going on inside, of course. Nor the box either. There was my cousin Bertie's walking stick, where he used to hide his whiskey when he thought no one knew. Very sad end. Oh, and that charming Prometheus statue. A real family favourite, that one. So evocative. His arms down so he could marvel at the flames held in his hands. So many have Prometheus reaching up for the four, but the story is in the possession of the flames, don't you think? I do hope that's of some use to you. Now, do excuse me, I have a eulogy to write for the departed mayor.
Did you pick up any discrepancies between the butcher's and the lady's descriptions of the stolen items? Are things becoming clearer to you now? More questions need answered elsewhere. Having seen Mrs. Gossip in full flow, you find her slightly less vociferous on this visit.
Oh, I'm sorry, dearie. It's almost time for my afternoon nap. Now then, what was it I could do for you?
You quickly show the old dear the photograph you found at the windmill. You ask who it is that she is sitting, watching.
Mr. Fluffykins.
That not being the answer you were expecting, you press further.
Oh, I can't get comfortable without Mr. Fluffykins. Would you fetch him for me? It's just over there.
Mrs. Gossip indicates a chair behind you, and abruptly the fog clears. Mr. Fluffykins is a bear. However, it seems Mrs. Gossip has a great many bears. Hopefully she can guide you to the one she wants. Mrs. Gossip is trying to find her Mr. Fluffykins, her favorite teddy bear. Can you use her information to work out which one he is? Eeny, meeny, miny. That's the one. All wrapped up already? Great heavens! Oh, and aren't you the smug one? No mistakes. My, aren't you terribly talented? Well done.
There you are, you naughty boy. Now then, your picture. Now that was a long time ago. I was quite the catch back then. Do you know that, hey, that's him over there by the saddler, not the... Oh, now let's not get into that. Who's she? Oh, yes, I remember. She was married to that awful man, died young, quite awful. She...
This is, perhaps, something to come back to another day. You have all the evidence you need now to solve at least one of the crimes committed in Little Riddle. Hurrying to the police station, you stand before Inspector Bragg. Well, don't just stand there. You have some great insight to share with us mere mortals. Out with it, sharpish! You have 4 suspects. The vicar certainly seems to have an agenda of his own. Could it involve burglary? Moses seems to have something against the weeds in the gardens of the manor. What or whom does he consider needs cutting back? The Colonel seems to have his eyes set on the prize at the manor. Is he the type to play the waiting game, or is he one for helping himself a little early? We only have the butcher's word that he found all the items. Did he chicken out at the last minute and try covering his tracks? 4 suspects, but only one is guilty. Lady Justice points the finger very firmly in one direction. Who is the burglar? Can you deduce the culprit and prove yourself worthy of your role as a blue-toed detective? Player 1, you get to choose first. One of your 4 suspects has been betrayed by their own carelessness. That person was Moses. When you visited him, one of the missing items was there in his shack. Lady Snobbish and the butcher gave differing descriptions of the stolen objects. The one the butcher missed out, the statue of Prometheus, was in Moses' shack.
Right, let's just say no one had better get shot this time. All right. Constable, get the lads. I want this here Moses surrounded for his own safety. All right, let's go get him.
Sharpish, sir?
Exactly, sharpish.
You used your talents to select the correct suspect. Many congratulations on a job well done.
What's this haul about then, eh? By haul accounts, you've been here for years. Why are you suddenly nicking things, eh?
You won't understand. Can't understand.
Don't you try that with me. Who do you think you're dealing with? I'm not here to have you try and pull that rubbish. Out with it, sharpish.
I can't.
Not good enough. Why did you keep the statue?
Can't.
Why did you keep the statue? Tell us.
It's all he needed. All he wanted. And that's all I care about. Now, don't ask me questions no more. I'm saying nothing. It wanted that way, see? And that's that.
Once again, you solve a mystery and little riddle, seeing off one quandary only to be faced with one even greater than the last. Who is he? Will you convince Moses to tell you more? How is this tied into the murders of the miller and the mayor? What is so important about the statue of Prometheus? Will the blue-toed file on this benighted village ever be closed? Can you pierce the veil of crime and corruption that smothers little riddle when we return to the darkening streets once more in The Mystery of the Concealing Flame? So, how well did you do in that episode? Player 1, Divine Detecting.